So yeah, I kicked somebody when I was in kindergarten. Let me tell that story. It was PE, and we were waiting in line for, I don't really remember, but it had something to do with taking turns for a certain activity. And for some reason, maybe because of boredom, I jumped in a very weird way that the kid behind me was laughing at me doing that. And one thing about me is that I like to make people laugh, so I kept doing it, and he kept laughing. And then, whack! The screaming of an ow left the kid's mouth. And I look behind me, I see blood on the kid's mouth. I go into panic mode because I know I'm going to get in trouble because of this. The PE teacher grabs my arm and says, "Did you hit him?" And I respond in fear, yeah, but she didn't let me finish as she pulls my arm as she stomps to one of my classmates and tells her, "Take him to the teacher." I start bawling my eyes out. I wasn't prepared to get in trouble that day, and my classmate was trying to calm me down, saying things like, "It's okay, it's alright, it's not a big deal." I guess I kind of calmed down because I don't really remember crying all the way to the classroom. So I remember waiting in the classroom for the teacher to come in, and when she does, I go back to crying. Now, two things you got to realize. One, I didn't know what the word accident meant. I just used that as an excuse to punch my brother. He punched me first, so I was allowed to do that. Second, I'm autistic. And one thing about being autistic is when you're overwhelmed, your brain can't process. I mean, all I had to say was, I didn't mean to kick him, but because I was so overwhelmed with fear, I had a hard time explaining to her what happened. My teacher looked at me confused. I don't remember what I said. All I remember was my teacher asked, "So you hit him because he was crying?" Yes! I told my mom about it, and she told me to give him a card to tell him I'm sorry for kicking him. So I made my own card and drew Mario because I was obsessed with Mario at the time, and all I could do was draw him. And years later, he became my best friend in 4th grade. That's the story. I wanted to tell this story because if my kindergarten teacher remembers this moment, she would be able to understand what happened. So teacher, if you're watching this, that's what happened. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye.